Hello everyone. Hi. Over the last few days, I was going over the data of the pool, of the express entry pool, and how the current trends are. And I was just trying to understand when can we realistically expect the CRS score to drop below 500, right? So we are very close to that drop of below 500. The last draw was for 511. So let's look at the pool, how the pool is looking right now. So if you see the pool before the current draw was this 238, 273, and here if what we have seen is that in 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 the categories of 401 to 300 there has been a slight drop in number of candidates. This was mostly uh, due to reasons like either the profile expired or people gained experience and moved to the higher brackets here. Okay, but the main thing that we want to understand, at least for the near future, is is these two trends: the trend of new candidates coming in the 601 to 1200 category, and the the 60 and the 501 to 600 category. So these two categories will let us know how the CRS scores will move. So if you look at the current size before the current draw, it was like 400, like in this category there were almost 6,600 candidates, out of which 3,250 were invited. So remaining candidates are 3,386 in the next draw. So let's do some basic whiteboarding. Let's concentrate on 501 to 600 category. Okay, this is the category as of now that we want to analyze, and we want to see when the scores is going to drop below 600. So for that we need to understand the pool. Uh, so let's start with 15th of August, almost a month back. The pool size for this particular category was 8,221 candidates. On 17th August, there was a draw of 2250, out of which 538 went to the 601 to 1200 category. So which means out of this pool, 1712 candidates were invited, which means that 6,509 candidates remained in the pool after 17th of August. Okay. Then on 29th of August, we saw this pool size growing up to 7,224, which means an addition of 715 candidates. Okay. Then on 31st of August, there was a draw of 2750 candidates, out of which 466, if I'm not mistaken, 466 were from the 601 to 1200 category, which means 2284 candidates were invited out of the 501 to 600 people, 600 batch. 4940 candidates remained after the draw on 31st of August. Okay, that was the last draw of August. The first draw of August happened on 12 September, on 14 September, but on 12 September we saw the pool increase to 6,228, which means a healthy increase of 1288 people. Okay. Then the last draw happened on 14th of September, where 3,250 candidates were invited, and out of which 408 candidates belong to the 601 category, which means 2,842 people were invited from 501 to 600 section. Now 3,386 candidates remain as per the pool that was declared on 12th of September. Okay, so these many candidates remain. Now if we follow the similar trend, let's in this trend I would just assume a similar trend of additional 1200 candidates in the 501 to 600 category and additional 500 people in the 601 to 1200 category. Okay, let's assume that, and we will also assume that the pool size will increase by 500 in each draw. Okay, because that was the trend in the last two draws. Okay, so if we make these assumptions, right, if we make that assumptions that this is what will happen, so what we can expect on 26th of September when the next pool will be declared. So in 26th of September, where we can very well expect, so on 26th of September, let's assume a pool size of another 1200, an increase of another 1200 on 26th of September for this particular category, which would mean the number of candidates would come to somewhere around 4586, right, on this particular pool. Okay, then on 28th of September when the next draw is going to happen, let's assume a 3750 draw, which is a 500 increase from this draw, and a 500, and since out of this 600 500 would belong to this category, let's subtract that 500, which would make 3250 remaining. Remaining 3250 candidates would be invited from this draw. So what this would mean, that the remaining balance would be 4586 minus 3250, which would be 1336. So as on 28th of September, we can expect just 1336 candidates remain in the pool. Okay, so now that would be the last draw of September at 3750 if these assumptions hold true. Okay, so if this happens, very well we can expect around 1300 candidates to remain. So the CRS score can very well be between 501 to 505, right, because it's only 1000 candidates that are remaining and the spread might be very low. On 10th of October, the next draw would be on 10th of October, where another 1200 candidates will add to the pool, which will make the pool to 2536. And on 12th of October, when the first draw of October happens, if the draw is again 500 more, which is 4250, out of which 500 would be invited, so which would mean that almost that 4250 minus 500, 3750 people will remain to be invited from the other pools, out of which this pool would get exhausted fully, right, fully exhausted, which would mean that the score has to drop below 501 to exhaust this pool, and still 2536, still 1214 candidates would be invited from the lower pool of 491 to 500, right. So this would be required. Okay, but even if the pool size, even if the increase is not by 500 but say by 4000, right, even in that case, after inviting 601 people, 3500 would be, so 2536 would this would still exhaust the 501 to 600 category. The only difference is only 714 candidates will be invited from 491 to 500, right. Even if it remains same, right, even if the draw remains same on 12th of October, even then we are expecting that that 2536 the full 501 to 600 batch would be exhausted, and the remaining 214 will fall in the 491 to 500 category. So by this analysis, as per my analysis, what I see that 12th of October we can really expect the score to fall below 500. It's a very realistic estimate given the trend. If there is not a dramatic increase in people applying um, in the people scoring 600 and more, if there is not a is not, if like if 3000 candidates gets added in the pool of 601 to 1200, then it might be a totally different story. But the current trend is around 400 to 500 people get added in that particular pool, and that is what we have assumed in this analysis. So looks very likely that the 28th September draw we will be very close to 500. I am predicting 501 to 505 based on this data, and the fact that there would be 500 extra draws on 28th of September also, and after that we are set to fall below uh, below 500. Now between between 491 and 500 there is again a lot of people sitting there. The pool is as we saw in the last slide, the pool below 450 below 500, the pool is like 63,000 people, right? So this when Ircc declares its data, it declares its piece by piece, section, like within the increment of 10 points. It divides this into 5 subpools. So we will have to keep a watch on how the data looks in each of the pool. I think in the 491 to 500 pool, there is almost 6,700 candidates there. So it will take some time to clear that, and only then we can expect the CRS to fall further. There is I was reading in multiple places that there is expectation of uh, of reaching the pre-pandemic or the earlier targets of having the larger draws of 5,000 and 6,000 people, and then stabilizing it over there. So we will have to, so if that is the case, we still have some draws to go to reach at least. That can happen by end of the year, realistically. If and once we reach there, maybe from 2023 we can expect a constant draw of 5,000 to 6,000 people, and thereby making it more streamlined. So let's see. This is only my assumption, my analysis on the data that I am looking at. If possible, I will make a video as and when the next draws happen, and we will analyze it together. Okay. If you have any questions, reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Again, I'm not a professional or a licensed consultant. This is just me sharing my opinion to a community of people I've been able to help. Recently, few more people reached out to me that they have successfully got their Alberta nomination and Alberta PNP nomination. So I would wish them all the best with their application, and I hope they soon get their PR. So till the next time, thank you.